I have with me Reverend Omori Egosa. He's a very seasoned analyst. He's a man that has integrated with the people and a leader of so many persons. So he has a lot to talk about. Reverend Egosa, very nice to have you on the program today after a long, long while.
I'm indeed very grateful. I appreciate this invitation. And I say to my viewers, may God be with you as we begin to look at issues that have been brought before us.
Okay. Also have with us a very, very seasoned analyst, a traditional ruler, His Royal Highness Bako Dogo Eberelo Dulu. I hope I'm right.
Yeah, Eberelo.
Okay. So he's been with us a couple of times, and we'll be discussing this issue. I must tell you, flood menace is just like a nightmare to some Benin City residents. Whenever it rains, in some states, they pray to have regular rainfall. But in some other states, rainfall is a problem because of flood problem. NIMET predicted that there will be heavy rainfall. And so, Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has directed that Ikpoba River should be dredged. I know that immediately I mentioned the dredging of Ikpoba River. A name will just resonate within you, and that is former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Igbenedion, who actually had that vision because he knew the importance. But let's just start with Reverend Omori Egosa. Looking at the comment of the governor, do you think it's appropriate this time?
Well, I want to first and foremost thank God that the governor is proactive.
Okay.
Because the kind of rain that is going to come this year is going to be very massive. If we don't drain the Ikpoba River, all the various drainage that are linked to the river, we have a problem. But by the time the river is drained, if we're able to accommodate more flood, because the governor is not just anybody. He has a vision. He knows. You just mentioned the time of Chief Lucky Igbenedion. That is, since 1999, that was how I left the government. But we know that a similar incident of flooding came in these states, and at that time, a lot of havoc happened. So, Godwin Obaseki is a man that has the passion of the people at heart. He doesn't want any soul to die based on flood. That is the first thing. So the dredging is very, very important. It's imperative at this time because the warning, the red alert has been given. It's to stitch time saves time.
Yeah.
I believe that is the most important thing that he wants to do at this time because the rain is going to come so heavily any moment from now. So dredging the river, Ikpoba River, is very apt for now.
Okay. Haji Bako, what's your opening remarks on this?
Thank you very much. You see, I think the governor is coming out with proactive action.
Okay.
My only problem in Nigeria, Edo State in particular, if you were in Edo State during when Lucky Igbenedion was in government, and the moment he started dredging of the river, Ikpoba River, it now becomes an issue. People will now attribute it to traditional issue. We should separate tradition from what governance is all about. Ikpoba River is all the this you see, drainage is connected to the Ikpoba River in Edo State. If you remember, during the time of Osagbovo, Ogbemudia, we have underground drainage that is connected from Uselu down to the river, that is connected from a TV road down to the river, but those drainage, because of some certain things, have not been evacuated. Because those drainage is helping a lot, underground drainage, which you find in other advanced countries. And those things were not done today. It was a long time ago. But at the time you refused to dredge the river Niger, what Lucky have in mind that time was a beautiful ideas. But because people now kill the ideas because, oh, when accidents happen, accidents that have been happening in Benin right from time ahead, I said it was as a result of the dredging of the river. That is a total issue that doesn't someone discuss. Because accident is always, it must always happen, even in an advanced country. So the moment a motorcycle got accident, they say, yeah, the spirit in the river are angry. What concerns spirit in the river concerns what the governor is doing. And the governor want to make all those river band area to become a tourist attraction that you can go there, you can start relaxing. But people now attribute those things to Mami Water is there, Mami Water is angry. What is the problem within Mami Water and Dredging of Ikpoba river? And if you travel out of the country, if you go to a place in Spain called Malaga, you go to the river bank, you see tourists coming to that place to come and relax. It was the river that was dredged, the sand from the river, they used to fill those river bank area, and people are now relaxing there. If you go to a place like in Germany, Hamburg, there's a river in that area that also dredged. I don't see whatever we want to do in Edo State, we are always attributing to one thing or the other. I think the governor trying to dredge Ikpoba River is a welcome development. Flood is not attributed to anybody. When there is excess rain, everywhere must be flooded. Even in America that we are copying, you see flood all over. Even in Israel, in Saudi Arabia, where rain twice or twice in a year, when there is rain, you see heavy flood. And Saudi Arabia, they have underground tunnel that is connected to the river. You understand me so? And that is a place they don't farm anything. They can't farm anything because it's a dry area. But when it rains, it becomes a problem, and everywhere will be flooded. I don't see reason where the moment you start dredging right now, you see different things will be coming up. As a result, oh, Mami Water is there, Mami Water is angry. If accident happen in Ikpoba, they'll say yes, I don't know Ikpoba River. We should take all those things out from what the governance is doing. I welcome the issue of dredging Ikpoba River, and I also want the governor not to dredge it wild. He should dredge it far away so that it could be able to accommodate all these drainages, all this gutter that we're able to now flow freely. Because when you dredge it should not be a dredging of maybe 2 feet or 3 feet. It should be a dredging of 8 feet, so that it will be able to accommodate all those massive flood. You look at it now. If rain in Benin, just for 1 hour, everywhere is flooded because the underground drainage are blocked. We have an underground drainage. That was a brilliant idea by the then ministry governor. Governor in Edo State there, yeah, Samuel Bamudia. But those ideas now, those things they are blocked, and to open those drainage, it takes money. I also appeal to the governor, to an economic governor, should concentrate more, because Benin right now, Benin as at that time was just a small place. Now Benin is expanding. It has expanded even 4 times more than what we had before. So those drainages should come in, and more should be dug and to able to accommodate the flood, because anytime it rains now is nobody should. If you travel out, you know that rain, it is not blame of anybody. There is no how government can work and you will not see flood in any country. There must be flood. Even the one in Nigeria here, the one in Edo State, is a wet. I call it that it's not a flood. You see flood that will come. It will be rolling houses as if rolling football. Outside Nigeria. Outside Nigeria. But we don't have that in Edo State. I am appealing to the people. Let the governor do what he wants to do, so that it will help you and me. All of us have houses in Benin, so that as soon as rain drops, it flows direct to the Ikpoba River. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Reverend Mori, the truth is that dredging of the Ikpoba River, both of you have said that it's a welcome development. We know that this Ikpoba River has a connection with even Ohoro River.
Yes.
So many people are not aware. They just, the thought of some persons, they thought maybe Ikpoba River is just one small river. You know, it has a connection. What kind of dredging would you be expecting?
First and foremost, I believe some couple of days ago, the Ministry of Road and Bridges, yes, they have started massive distillation of all the various, gutters and all sources where flood can be channeled to the river. So the river, the dredging of the river will be so expanded that to the extent that it can accommodate water from all nooks and crannies. You know, the governor had done a lot of drainages. He had done a lot of drainages, which by extension, they are all going to be functional more at this time. That is the more reason that they want to dredge the river. Because if they don't dredge the river, where will the water go? So it will be very deep and expanded to the extent that it can accommodate water. Now, we saw what happened in Lagos a couple of weeks ago. That thing that happened in Lagos, where the whole city was flooded. Let me tell you, in Lagos, they have canal. We don't have canal here. As many canals that they have in Lagos, that flood still destroyed properties and homes. So, even in Delta, they have canal too. So what we are saying is that Ikpoba River is the only one we have that we can use to eliminate our challenges. Because the challenge, the government already see it ahead. He knows that the solution will come when the Ikpoba River is well dredged.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. We have a breaking news, and that's a good one. The Edo State governor has inaugurated the Governing Council of Ambrose Ali University, Ikpoba. That's a good one. Okay, we're still talking about Ikpoba River. Ajibako, you mentioned something that is very pertinent, and that is that we can even generate revenue from this dredging by turning Ikpoba River the you know, maybe tourist attraction by the size. You know, not only the dredging now, but once the dredging is done, the surrounding landmass can be, you know, turned around to a tourist attraction. And if the Ikpoba River is dredged, then even ships can come in. So you want to talk more about this tourist attraction from this dredging?
Yes, thank you very much. The government then have a blueprint. There's a place called Ute. You have what we call, in those days, you don't have 3-star hotel. Okay. We have 2-star hotel. Yes. Just like Sokoto, Guest Inn, Amdala Hotel in Kaduna. Okay. We also have Ikpoba River Dam Hotel, which was also conceived in Ute as at that time, which has now become a place for hoodlums and all now today. And the river band in that area, where they were to turn it into tourist attraction, yes. Then we dredge the Ikpoba River. That area will now become a place whereby people can go to relax. Those who know how to take pepper soup will become a place for pepper souping. And those who know how to drink will become a place of relaxation. You can bring that, it could have been able to generate a lot of funds, because when you are relaxing in a place, you see water flowing. It gives you joy, and this overflow of this river will not even happen, because when a river is properly dredged, you see the water flow direct. When a river is not properly dredged, as you go to Ikpoba River right now, even Okodo Hazin, you find those grasses growing around. Those grasses growing around are not grasses. Water flows here. But if it is well dredged, you can look at it from a television, from a screen now. If it's well dredged, you will not see all those grass. Those grass will now turn to a place for relaxation. Because it's not dredged yet. That one is mixed with grass and mud, even dirty. And people in Edo State, we are fond of doing one thing, which we should stop. When rain is falling, just go around. You see that people want to throw away garbage, want to throw away dirty inside the water. Which is very wrong. Which is very, very wrong. There is no amount of dredge you throw to the river that can flow to the river. It go around to block the gutter and the drainages. So we should start habit of throwing things inside water when rain is falling. I think we should stop it. And I will also want the government to set up a task force committee who will be going around when rain is falling. They do not think about when the rain is falling. So that when time you use 1 or 2 persons as an example, not the one that will be arresting innocent soul. The man that is inside the house that stands outside when it's raining, you go and pick him and say it's our intention of throwing it dirty. No. You know something? So because the moment you set up a task force, some people will be, because they will be looking for someone who stand at the front of his house. Okay, you have thrown it away, that's why you are standing. No, people who you see that throw away the thing, you capture them and you arrest them, show them as they will use as a deterrence to others. I think dredging Ikpoba River, the government can as well make money, genuine dredging. They can make money from that dredging by turning those places. You can see what they did in Lagos. Yes. They drove water away, dredged the river and surfaced some part of Lagos and build on it. If
so we now have beaches.
Yeah, we now have beaches.
Sand beach and all of that.
We can use that as a land beach in Edo State and where people will be relaxing. Edo State does not have much place to relax compared with other places. Whether you are a pastor, whether you are a imam, the body needs relaxation. At the time you go to a place where you have a problem at home, and you just go there, the problem at home will be you forget about it. And you're not looking at water flowing. You have this bicycle, whatever machine you want to ride. You see, sometimes you have a longevity in life.
You can even have a ship where children can take advantage of.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And those that don't have...
the ship can sail from Ikpoba River to Okoro River.
Yes.
And that will be...
It will be also part of
educational tough for
somebody who want to go to Okoro right now, or who is coming from Okoro, he wants to go direct to what do you call it, Ikpoba there. He just enter this thing from there, and they will board there and come down. A boat.
Yes, speedboat.
Speedboat. It's a part of way of generating money and also part of sightseeing. You understand me so? And people should stop that issue. Anything that happens is a cause of the river. If people are not dying since, accidents have been happening since. It is bound to happen.
It's like you're afraid that once they start, level start.
That is what people will start saying. That is what people will say.
Yes.
We should leave that. We should leave that. If it is happening, if you know that it is happening and you know that's what it costs, go and buy goat, whatever they were looking for, use it to sacrifice and let the work be done. You understand me? So that was what stopped Lucky Igbenedion for not executing that fine project that he had. You understand me? So that was what stopped.
So dredging is a must.
All over the world, dredging is a must.
We saw the footage just now.
Yes.
Ikpoba River is now narrow.
Very, yes.
Narrowed and dirty.
Yes.
You know, so even in terms of now we also notice now that government is also desilting, you know, and
this
so the drains must be cleared.
Should not only be in dry season.
Okay.
This decision should not only be in dry season. It is not when something happens we start looking for further.
Okay, rainy season you mean?
Yeah, this is a rainy season.
Yes.
That this season, after the rain, by dry season, you will now be able to know the area to evacuate this thing proper. Because the moment you are doing it now, when it rains, the sun wash back to the drain. And dry season, make sure you do what you call thorough cleaning. Okay. And those drainage that are there, those
excavation, removal of all the debris,
and contract, this government should be ready to spend money on those things that were built in those days. Because to evacuate, open gutter is a very easy something, but those drainages, proper drainages, that underground drainages, it was going to cost a lot of money. The government should be ready to invest more in those areas. Not for you to say, okay, we want to do it now for people to see. When people might have seen it, by dry season, it's okay, we have done it before. No, it's a continual process. If you don't want your state to be flooded, by dry season, you go back again. What they are doing now, if it were done in the rainy season area, in the dry season proper, we will not be experiencing what we are experiencing now. Because in dry season, we say, okay, don't wait, or we wait for rain season. No, because whatever you are removing now, we wash back again to it. I am appealing to the government. Whatever you are going to do now, by dry season again, go back, revisit it. Whoever is the commissioner should be able to advise the governor proper. Because we have so many commissioners in this regime that are not giving the governor proper advice, who are only self-centered. When they see the governor, tell the governor, oh, Your Excellency, all is well. All is not well. Let us be frank to ourselves. All is not well. I think at my age, if I'm going to die as a hero, whether I eat, I don't eat today, I will never be worried by Kwashoko. I have passed that limit. Yes, let us tell the governor the truth. Yeah. All is not well in Edo State.
So in terms of flooding now,
flooding
is the right step in the right direction. We'll talk about that later. Reverend, yes, this the aesthetics in Benin, the beautification of Benin. We've seen that the governor of Edo State has been he has shown interest. We've seen the beautiful structures, the palm house, the secretariat building. It's a sign of changing the outlook. So this Dredging of Ikpoba River now, Because Ikpoba River is another entry point to Benin City. So what other things do you think government should be thinking about in terms of that area? Do we need a new bridge? Some persons say that bridge is old enough, it should be changed. Or we know that the governor has just 3 months left. So they cannot construct a flyover now. But what can they really do now?
It's not only Ikpoba River.
Okay.
We have Ogba River.
Okay.
There's another massive river that can be dredged. So that by doing all these things, you will begin to see that the society itself, the Edolites, they will begin to have every moment to enjoy themselves. Like Ajibak said, you know, because you see, you talk about how do you unwind?
Okay.
How do you unwind? You just remain indoors. You know, you have to also
relax.
Just
yes.
Have a wider view of area. It's not going to zoo at what level, you know. So these are the area where, like we already mentioned, the secretariat is already a beautification in Edo State. You know, there are other structures that are ongoing. By the time he finishes all these things, Edo will become Eldorado, because God has been good to this state. Because we have quality leaders right from Bermuda's time.
Yeah.
If all of them have been doing what he is doing now, we will get to where we are now. You get my point? So we give thanks to God.
Yes, but before I just let you go, flooding is a menace in Benin City. Like Alhaji said, when he said all is not well, I know what he's talking about. When it's raining, some persons cannot sleep. Their houses are flooded. So this flood problem must be tackled.
First and foremost, you see, many of these floods that we see, the result of what causes it is when people build on areas that are not supposed to be built upon. You know, there are some people who build on, we know Benin, we have what we call moat.
Okay.
That moat of a thing is just designed by our forefathers.
Part of our heritage.
Yeah, to arrest flooding. So many people have built on this. By extension, obstructing the flow of water. And between you and me, water is one of the weapons that the devil uses. Water and fire. You mentioned just now that once rainfall, many people, they are panicking in their homes because many of the homes have become an obstruction to the flow of flood.
Yeah.
If the roads are okay and everything works, look at what we are seeing. All those things are what's supposed to be in the so-called dump site. But they are now on the gutter. Because people just deliberately, people are deliberate about certain attitude, which is not supposed to be. So I believe that dredging of Ikpoba River and distilling of all the drainages will arrest the immediate flooding that we are all anticipating.
Okay, before we come back to Ajibako, we'll be taking a break. But just before that break, let me quickly commend the Ministry of Road and Bridges. We saw that report, you know, removal of sand that have filled the drains, then receptacles, opening of manhole, cache-made pits. Engineers know it better. That's what my guests have also commended. This must be a continuous exercise. So we commend Ministry of Road and Bridges for doing that. We understand that it's a continuous work. They must continue with it because flood must be tackled. Nimet has predicted surely there will be massive rainfall. So whatever we have seen so far in terms of rainfall is just the beginning, because we already have a prediction from the specialists, those who really understand how to forecast, how to predict weather and all of that. So we must prepare. Rain is a blessing, but if you do not create channel for rainfalls, for water to flow to an designated pit or whatever, it becomes a problem. Otherwise, it ought to be a blessing. I have in the studio very distinguished personalities and they have made comments on the recent directive of the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, that Ikpoba River be dredged. They've told us that the governor's directive is commendable, is a step in the right direction, especially because of other things that will crop up. They said ships can come to, we can begin to see ships sail on Ikpoba River, speedboats. You can riverine or water transportation can, you know, become effective. You can use speedboat to move from Ikpoba River end of Benin to New Benin, that's Okoro area, you know. So a lot can come. They talked about the tourist attraction that can come to that area, that once the Ikpoba River is dredged, now they can even have hospitality, hotels, you know, as maybe sand beach, you know, park around the river, and people can come there and unwind. There can be life in that area. That the dirt and the filth that we see now around the Ikpoba River will be removed once the Ikpoba River is dredged. But Reverend Mori also said, once that is done, they should also focus on Ogba River, that we also have Ogba River. These are natural gifts, gifts of nature. Some states don't have it. And for your information, Edo State is bigger than some countries in Africa. That's what Haji Bako told us, that the way Benin City used to be, now it has expanded. Okay, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria, a current affairs program where we dissect national issues. But on this week's program, we are concentrating on the directive of the governor, and we are looking at governance ahead of the Edo 2024 election. Ajibako, now you were just talking why we observed the break, that yes, flood must be tackled and that the governor must really address it.
Well, let me first and foremost again thank the governor for the road, the flood in Temboga to Upper Mission Extension.
The road, are you talking about the road?
The road, because constructing the road here, you have also tackled flood in that housing. But the road stop at Upper Mission Extension, junction there by Temboga. And he did it from Boba Hill housing down stop there. And I'm also appealing to the governor. You can see what happened to my members, the farmer, the fish farmer in Ute housing the other time, where a lot of floods swept their fish to Ikpoba River. I think Ikpoba River now have enough fish more than they expected, because
I hope you are not giving information to fishers.
Yes,
fishermen rather can go to Ikpoba River and begin to fish.
They can go and fish because it was a blessing for them and a loss for us, and which was supposed to be compensated. I thank God the next day of it, the governor swing into action by coming to Ute community, and he made a promise to us that he's going to roll bulldozer to that place in order to tackle those problem of flooding by way of constructing that road the way the other road is. And we were very happy. But I believe maybe the governor might have forgot, because so many things he has so many things that he's thinking about. He should please come to the rescue of those people there. Because if we have
the
farmers, which I represent, if we have the farmers again sweeping their fish away like that, I think all of them, we will now have enough criminal in the town. And we pray that we should not have those kind of things in Edo State. And the governor should make his promise quickly by rolling those equipment to us, because we are happy for the first one. So he should also complete the other side of Ute. What he is doing is Ute versus Ute. Let the Ute in this side also feel the impact of democracy. What we are saying right now, it is not only attributed to Obaseki regime, because he may not able to finish it because he just have how many months to go now. But any coming government should always take commissioners who are not commissioners for backbiting. That people can look at the government and say, Excellency, this is what is happening. Because major problem we are having, not only in those states in Nigeria, when the moment they see the governor, all is well. All is well. And all is not well. Because they deviate from their responsibility and be looking for their pocket. Let them be speaking to the governor. Governor is not well. People are crying. This is what is happening here. And that is what we are looking for. So, Governor, Excellency, sir, thank you for the one you have done. The one in Ute, please, mass action with words of what you have promised us to roll the bulldozer there, because even my house there is at stake. Because I can no longer park my vehicle in my house now. I have to park my vehicle somewhere, or I move to my other house to go and sleep when there is no floor.
Ajibako, I believe that the state government will surely heed your advice. You've commended them for what they have done. You're only saying there's need for extension.
Yes.
The government will surely do that. But talking about governance, only recently, the governor of Edo State approved the immediate removal of the commissioner of health, because according to the governor, much needed to be done at the specialist hospital, and he accused the commissioner of not doing that. So, don't you see, what's your take on that? As you think it was the right step? If any commissioner is not performing to expectation, you show the commissioner the way out?
You just heard...
yeah, you just mentioned something like that, yes.
You know, if you are given an assignment, a responsibility, you should be up and doing. You should be up and doing. You should not give room for excuses. Go excuse the common commodity. People excuse themselves. So if government takes action, he may have waited sufficiently enough. You know, because it's not an errant person who will just wake up and say, I want to sack this person or that person. But they accumulated offenses. So I believe that what he did was to serve as a deterrent to others, so that everybody who is in government should know their responsibilities. Everybody has a role to play. We were just looking at the stealing of gutters now. Yeah. There's a commissioner in that ministry. Is he idling away? He's not asserting himself. He's not committing himself. So on and so forth. There are other commissioners like that. So if you now become the one that receives the strike, that means you have failed in your duty post. You have failed in your watch. So I believe that nobody should blame the government. You know, politicians, they attribute so many things to it. Say he's not playing to his gala, he's not doing it. It's not true. I think he's a technocrat. He knows exactly what he's doing. Has he ever sacked any commissioner in this second regime? No. So I believe that the commissioner may have done something. No,
he talked about the specialist hospital. It's obvious. He said, yes, construction is going on, and he expected him to do more.
You know what life is all about. Hospital is about life. You know, so maybe a report was given that there was a lot of carelessness. If a doctor was careless and the commissioner is not in the know, and somebody dies, for God's sake, you know that now. So I believe that he had done what he ought to do. Okay,
we are talking about governance now. Edo 2024.
You asked me the same question. Okay.
Yes, Edo 2024. It's fast approach. September precisely, elections will be on. Ajibako, what kind of governor are you looking forward to enhance governance in Edo State?
Before I go into that one, let me quickly, first of all, say something about sacking of commissioner.
Okay.
I do not believe sacking of commissioner is the best thing for the governor to rush to do, because almost majority of them has failed in their responsibility. Because it is better for you to suspend somebody than for you to quickly sack the person. Somebody may be telling you lie. How do you not know if that person, those people are telling lies? You understand me? So, first of all, when you sack the person, it's like in your house. If you want to deal with your wife, don't eat her food, but provide money for her to be cooking, be eating it herself. That is the worst punishment. So that is the same thing you could have done as a governor by suspending that commissioner, let him explain within that period of time why this.
Anyway, we don't have details of that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about governance.
Yes, about governance. You know, the problem I'm having today in Nigeria, not only the governors, the citizens are also the problem. We are the major problem of what is happening. Because for you to become become a councillor in Nigeria today, common councillor, if you don't have up to 40 million, you cannot become a councillor.
How do you mean?
Yes, because you are bound to spend money for people. If you go to a garden, tell your people that I want to become a councillor, and you after discuss, you say I have an idea. After laying your video, they say, "Have you finished?" Say yes. We say, "Okay, bye bye," without dropping money. That means you are not ready. So also for you to become a governor, you know how much you are going to spend. You know how much you are spending. Anybody who come will say, visiting you without dropping money, say at the end of the day, no, I will not. This one is not ready to become a governor. You must spend a hell of money. When you become governor, how do you get that money? It's by doing the things that are not right. If we, including me, as a traditional ruler, there is no traditional institute that you go today right now. When the governor visits you, and you are there, what we are expecting is for you to drop a very big envelope. Which is one of the biggest problems. If it doesn't drop envelope, we will not give anybody chalk. But when you drop envelope, you open your hand, give chalk. And who fail is not welcome by traditional law. Who is the one that become the governor or become the president? Yes, it's our prayer that make him to become. We should stop all those things. If you want a development, a man who will work, at the time we put money first. That is why you see, none of the political parties have it. They don't have a what they call
ideology.
They don't have ideology. They don't have it. Because what they preach today, when they come to you, I will do this, I will do this, hey, okay, bye-bye, and I will promise I'm going to do it. When they are in office, even if they do or not do, you have no right to challenge them because you have taken bribe. You have taken bribe. When you take bribe from anybody, you have no right to challenge that person. It is when we, the citizens of Nigeria, say no to money bag. On election day today, let me tell you what is happening in the election. No political party that is not guilty of this offense. If they like, go and bring FBI, EFCC to monitor those people who are spending money. All political parties, cost across to all political parties, they are spending. Without they don't spend, nobody will even vote for them. Today, Nigerian politics is about money. The highest bidder gets it. It's not by the highest person who is who have the brain, who have the idea, who want to work. No. Is when you start piling money down, both in local government, even local government today. I am happy that local government is having autonomy. And I'm also happy, I want to tell them, without that autonomy will not work if INEC do not take over the running of election in the local government.
The conduct of election.
The conduct of election. If they don't take over, it will not work. But talking about ideology in politics, you say this one have his brain, this one have this. Anyone that bring money and also have the people. Like the last election, I know what happened when soldiers were beating people. You understand me? So if we are able to say today we leave the issue of money bag, although it's not only in Nigeria. In America today, they are also corrupt because we have. It's not that Nigeria.
But we have to stop it.
Yes, but we have to stop it in Nigeria so that if we want to basically say we are accountable. I said it the other time in this your studio. The issue of religion, let's just leave it aside because we now find that people even fear the traditional religion more than
So don't bring religion.
No, I won't bring it. If you say a counselor was sworn in, either
yes,
he was sworn in. They didn't sworn in with the Bible. They didn't sworn in with the Quran. They sworn in with them, go and bring that. You say, swear, if you are going to steal money, till tomorrow that now that man is still there. When they are people say, no, I don't want to show my hand because that's what people fear. Because whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, all of us have religion from our village. You understand me? So because you remember, I said it here in the studio when Nobel market something happened the other time, and people start looting. They loot and loot money and everything. They call pastor to come and pray. Nobody will answer. They call imam. Nobody answer. The moment they carried our traditional shrine, people from nowhere tie their money, throw it. There's some people writing their name. This was what I took before. So that if you are able to pray for you that I have returned it back. You understand me? So because they are going to that thing. That is the only thing people fear. I found a farm in Ute. I'm sorry. I mean, Allah forgive me. I found that we're plucking my corn. Allah just went to go and look for a red this and tie it. That was the day they stopped it. Nobody touched it again. Because that's the only thing they fear today. Please tell me so. I believe if we also bring that kind of thing to our own politics, I think there will be elements of decorum in it. In issue of manifesto, no political party, nobody, citizen and local manifesto. If you like, have one of the best manifesto, you want to put air conditioner in the street, they will just look at you unless you drop money in every gathering you go to.
So money politics must stop.
Money politics is what we are seeing today. Before we can stop it,
yes.
Listen, we can only stop it if we have a president that will come one day and use one of his hands as a sacrifice and say, I want to stop this thing. And you see, Nigeria is one of the greatest countries that I've seen. If you want to implement something with action, people fear. If you remember during when you're not there, Diagmo, war against indiscipline. I believe you were in this country that time.
Yes.
We quickly forget things. Somebody cannot even hold his this thing and urinate anywhere. When you want to urinate, you start running to your house. Because if you try, they catch you, you know that you go to prison. So Nigeria, if we have a governance who can look at the constitution. Today, I've looked at the constitution, I've looked at this thing. Nigeria have a very robust laws, but implementation of our law is the problem.
Okay, thank you, Alhaji Bako. We'll come back to you. Talking about governance.
Yes.
Reverend Omori, how do we enhance governance? I just asked him that question, and I'm asking you now. Edo 2024, which kind of governor are you expecting to enhance governance in Edo State?
Well, I thank you for this question. Edo not the carry last.
Okay.
Edo, we are called the heartbeat of the nation.
Yes, you are correct.
We cannot present 4th 11 as a material for governorship. You ask me, as we are looking at this issue now, who is a visionary person?
No mention of names.
No.
Your expectation. Yes.
You must be a man of vision.
Okay.
You must be a man of vision. You must have the pedigree. What have you done before? How did you do it? Are there references that we can draw from? Say, this man, when he was here, he did well. When he was here, he did well. That should be the hallmark of the electorate, because this time, every Edolite vote we count. I know Alhaji talking about money bag. For me, I don't take money to vote, but I will vote my conscience. Because first and foremost, for you to really know someone who can govern you, you put them on the pedestal of governance. Say, if this person is there, will anything good come out of him? If this person is there, will anything good come out of him? We should not leave. We should leave the idea of, because what he's trying to say is that some people will say, okay, don't worry, when I get there, I will open the treasury for you. So that will become the bait through which they will say, and I will vote for, because he will take care of us. Take care of who? We were talking about take care of the common man. I remember I sent you a message of one senator who is crying of hunger. I sent you last night. He has been removed now from his position as chief whip. You know, he's crying. He said, Nigeria, I don't want my hand to be among those who finish Nigeria. So there is so much hunger. There is so much deprivation. There is so much pain. You can't buy rice. You can't buy tomatoes. You can't buy beans. Transportation is on the higher side. So what we are looking at, somebody who can be able to meet the needs of the common man. For me, a person that cannot take the people back to farm. We must return to the days of old. Yeah. Farm. You know, I just keep asking. We have vast of land, acres of land, uncultivated. So I believe a visionary leader should be the person that we all should look up to.
Thank you very much. Alhaji Bako, your closing remarks. You know, we've talked about flooding, talked about governance. You want to marry the two. Your closing remarks.
Well, my closing remark is very simple. Let me again thank my reverend that is sitting down here for him mentioning about farming.
Yes.
Today, I said it before, the government in everywhere should think about the common man. Who is the common man? We are the farmers. I'm a common man. I'm a farmer. I'm the chairman of farmers in Edo State and chairman of chairman in the whole of Nigeria. And the government is not doing enough for farming. The commissioner for agri is supposed to be telling the governor what to do. The commissioner for agri is supposed to say he will be in the farm, ready tractor. Let people see him ready tractor. Do you know that if a governor today goes to the farm and he cultivates even one, just a heaps and plant yam, everybody will want to become a farmer? If you see a governor today riding bicycle, you say everybody want to go and buy bicycle to be riding, but we are not doing it. I am appealing the incoming government that's coming to Edo State, and Obaseki should also quickly do something for us. Edo State have the best type of land in the whole world, not only in Nigeria. And the problem we are having, opportunity is not given to farmers to showcase what they know how to do best. If you ask us to turn over 100,000 of cassava every week, we can be able to do it. We can feed Nigeria if the government give us incentive. One, a farmer needs tractor. Although there is not every land in the Edo State that needs tractor, but the government can still do something. When you have a thick forest, can help you to bulldoze it. The moment you bulldoze that area, the area will not be accessible for tractors. The moment you give up incentive, give the farmer loan. It is not to give the commissioner loan. Give the farmer loan. Tell the farmer, we are giving you 3 years. If this loan, we cannot get it back, you, the leadership of this farmer, will go to jail. You see, I will not go and give loan to my third wife that is not a farmer. I will not go and give loan to my brother that is not a farmer. I will be looking for farmers who I know already to say, do this, because I am the one that this loan is tied to.
Yeah, you are the guarantor.
Yes, at the end of 3 years, I must take this money, because before that time, you farm for 2 years, the next thing you start recouping all your money, all the money must complete. But when you now give commissioner will look for their girlfriends, look for, because those
are spurious allegations.
We know what is happening in Nigeria. If we look for their people, listen, Oshiomhole gave grant, give loan, not in the grant, in Edo State. Till tomorrow, that money did not come back. Because even dead people were in the list of
another allegation.
No, it's not allegation. I can prove it.
Okay.
Because I know more than you, because you are not a farmer. Okay. You are always in the AC. I am not in the AC. I am always in the farm. You understand me? So I am always sweating every day. Because I have passion for farming, and farming is in my DNA.
Yes. Because
I know. I used to ride bicycle, but I stopped riding bicycle. Going to your farm, picking grasses from your farm is one of the greatest exercises. And you see where it's farm yam bags today, you will be happy. They are doing well. With different kind of innovation about farming is coming up. Yeah. You don't need to go to a thick forest. You can use your 50 by 100 in your compound. Even inside your compound, you start farming. You are reaping it.
You are right.
2 bags.
Okay, thank you, Jibako, for that. Closing remark, quick one, Reverend Mori, quick one.
Well, let me first
because our time is up.
Appreciate ITV for this opportunity.
Thank you.
We are looking at 21st of September, the governorship election. Every Edolite should open their eyes. Shine your eyes. Because nobody can get to government house through the back door. You must come through the right way, the right way, the right way. That means the people will surely vote for you. So I also want to thank God that the governor of Obaseki is finishing well and he finishes strong. So I also believe in continuity. Thank you very much, Reverend Mori. Okay, that's the program for this week, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My guests have talked about
how flood can be tackled.
Yeah.
And the need for residents of Edo State to return to the farms as part of strategies to curb hunger. And I believe that if you do that, it will surely help. So, Ajibako, Izoyo INS, thank you very much. Reverend Omori, thank you very much for your comments.
I'm indeed very grateful.